everyone, I'm Golden Dark Ninja, and this is my profile for Chaos Dragons. Okay, here goes. Let's start with 3 Light Pulsar. Absolute must in a Chaos Dragon deck. You must have 3 of these. Maybe you can side out 1 later, but to start you need 3. 3 Dark Flares, because they add to the chaos, and you need them to make the deck run smoothly. We have Blackluster Soldier, Envoy of the Beginning, and his little brother, the Chaos Sorcerer. Yes, these are must in any Chaos decks. Chaos Dragons, Chaos Agents, Chaos Frogs, Chaos whatever the hell you want to be. So, staples again. I have 1 Judgment Dragon. It's common because I'm a scrub, and I use it because I have plenty of Lightsworn, so why not? Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, an absolute must in this deck. It is amazing. Even at 1, it's still amazing. I mean, at 3, it was like freaking insane, but now it's still like awesome. I have a few hand traps because I don't run real traps. Veilers. Great at 2. Trag. I like my Trags at 2 because either you mill them or sometimes you draw them when you have like 5 or 6 cards in your hand and you still haven't made your plays yet. You still have like dead Pulsars and Dark Flares. You haven't quite milled enough to get them out, and in the meantime, why don't you just summon a Trag and you have a 3000 beater. And then Gores. It's a staple in like any deck, really. I've got a little Lightsworn engine going in this deck, so here we go. Lumina, Jane, Orcus, Iran, and then 3 Lilas for back row hate because I don't run MSTs, and 2 Raikos. They come in handy sometimes, but I honestly use them mostly with Solar Recharge. And to add to the milling power, we got 2 Card Troopers. And for the other cards, we have this little guy. You can discard 1 and add a dragon from your grave to your hand. Really good if you milled your JD, or you could get your Red Eyes Darkness Metal back, and then banish this, special it. Eclipse Wyvern's really good for getting access to your Red Eyes Darkness Metal or your Judgment Dragon faster. I use 1 Necrogard next. I have a couple cards that make you discard as a cost, and it's just handy to have in the grave in case you're about to get like OTK'd, and this thing can put a stop to that. I have a Phantom of Chaos, which is really handy because it can, copy the effects of Judgment while it's in the grave, meaning you can just summon this, normal summon, nuke the field. Or you can normal summon it and it becomes a 3000 attack point monster that can attack twice, like BLS. The downside is it doesn't deal battle damage, but, well, what are you going to do? It's still a great card. I have an Honest, which people sometimes don't always expect, so it's nice, especially with all my Lightsworns, I can protect the Lightsworn for a turn and deal some damage and kill something. Plague Spreader is great because you mill it, and then you just have to send 1 to the top of your deck from your hand. You can special it, and then you can make some pretty badass synchro monsters like Stardust, and one of my favorites to use in this deck, which is Void Ogre Dragon. So that's it for monsters. Let's go on to the spells, and as I said before, I do not run traps. Allure gets your deck moving. 2 Lances because I don't have MSTs, and this can make up for an MST because it can make it, if you chain to like a D Prison or whatever, it can make that card useless. Since I have, I believe, 9 total Lightsworns, I run 3 of these. I really like the draw and mill power at the same time, so I run 3. And then I have a Charger of the Light Brigade. Perfect in this deck. And finally, the must-have Monster Reborn. So that is my main deck. Let's move on to the extra deck, starting with the Synchro Monsters. I have 4 of them. Ancient Sacred Wyvern. If you are winning, then this thing can be a beast. This thing can have like 6,000 attack. If you have like 4,000 more life points than your opponent, then this thing basically has 6,000 attack. So that's pretty crazy. So it's totally worth it if you got a Dark Flare and a Plague Spreader in the grave. My other level 7 Synchro is Black Rose. Nuke the field. It's handy at times. And then my 2 level 8s are Stardust and Void Ogre. I love this card because I usually get this out late game, and then by that time I have nothing in my hand, but I have a good amount of crap on the field, and you know, this can stop a Dark Hole or a Mirror Force or whatever is going to try and destroy all my monsters at once. It's pretty sweet. Plus, Light Pulsar can get back from the grave, so what now? So I've got like 1, 2, 3 rank 3 Exceeds. Levier is the most handy. I mostly use this to get a Plague Spreader back after it's been banished. Can also use it to get, I don't know, whatever, level 4 or lower. Pretty much never use this, it's just there. But I have a few level 3s. I have an Orcus, a Lumina, and a Necro. And from time to time I can actually use these cards, but usually not. Now I have some 4s, rank 4s. Utopia. You never know when it'll come in handy. Photon, can't pronounce its other name. It's nice against Gachi Gachi. It's nice against some stuff with... It's nice against a face-up Snowman Eater. It's nice against the Snowman Eater when it's not face-up. I don't know. And Maestroke. I'd say this is the best rank 4 out there right now. That's just a general rank 4, not a specific one like Blade Armor Ninja needs like Warriors or whatever, you know what I mean? And so this is really nice, you know. Strong attack, weak defense. Let's just Book of Moon it, basically. I have 1 rank 5, Adrius. I just have 3 Dark Flares, and that's it for my level 5, so I only have 1 rank 5. As for rank 6s, Swordbreaker, if I want to get over something strong, this guy could be nice. Exabeetle, never really use him, but I suppose it's good if you really want to pop something. I think it has to be face up though, but I'm not sure. This guy's pretty cool because you can use pulsars to do basically what the Heretics do, which is special summon Red Eyes Darkness Metal from your deck. And then after you've paid your cost, paid your material, you have a pulsar in the grave, so now you have Red Eyes Darkness Metal on the field, and use it to special summon pulsar onto the field. So it can help you set up if you're trying to get that Red Eyes out. And this is what goes on top of the Atom after it's been used, so you can still attack and you can pierce with it. That's it for the extra deck. Now I'm going to move on to my side deck. Whoa, don't spin. Crows. Handy. Especially against a deck I really hate known as Dark Worlds, because you can get rid of those Graphos and hopefully never bring them back. Depends on if they run Trans Archfiend. Some people do, some people don't. It's good in other ways too, of course. I mean, you can chain it when they use Monster Reborn. You can chain it when they use Avarice, and Avarice becomes useless. There's some handy things you can do with that card. So next comes 2 Maxi. Most useful in windups and useful in a few other decks. It's good, and you should always have it in your side deck. 2 of these, maybe even 3 if you're a little paranoid. I run 2 Thunder Kings. because it's nice against decks that add a lot from their deck to their hand, and it's a really good side against heroes, I found. So, yeah, it's like you have it, and then you stop their Stratos, you stop their E-Call, and then when they Miracle Fusion, you stop that too. I freaking hate Dark World, so I have 2 Imps. Plus they're dark, so that helps. I run just like Lila's for spell and trap removal in my main deck, so in my side I gotta run 3 of these because you never know what's gonna pop up. I also need protection. I mean, a way to get rid of Macrocosmos and D-Fisher. So if I'm anticipating that, I throw these in, all 3 of them. Because I do not want those D-Fishers and crap. They ruin my deck. I have 3 decrees because one thing that can really get in my way is a trap heavy deck, and I can stop a lot of a person's deck with this card. And there's some decks out there like Chainburn, which like practically revolve around traps. You can stop the whole freaking deck with this. Since I don't have it in my main, I'll have it in my side. Dark Hole. Great card. So that's it. Go ahead and comment and rate and do whatever the heck else you want. Thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something from this.